This is a different deformer known as a bone deformer. So we have a similar arm and a similar hand, and they are put together in a similar way. Let me just show you. So as you can see, we have the arm with a little bit of a nub in that flesh color, and then we also have a hand with a little bit of a nub on the same way. So when you put them together, it looks like that. Thing with that. But I'm going to set up the arm right now. All right, so you want to push select, and you can have this animation guy, you can have him turned off if you like. And we're just going to go into the arm right here. And you notice that these are popping up because it has another one of these bones already in here. So to get rid of that, you just go up to this little button right here called the Show Selected Deformer Chain, Hide All Others. So you just click that, and it basically turns it off. So we can go, and now we're going to work on this arm. So with this arm, we're going to select the arm, kind of see where he's at. We have a pivot point somewhere here. There he is. So right now I've turned off my animate and I've turned on my transform tool. So I see this pivot of where this thing is. So I'm just going to grab that and pull it up and place it up there at the shoulder. And then I'm going to go to select, and I still have this selected. And now I'm going to go up to my my little rigging tool right there, the wrench and the hammer. If I click on that, it turns it on. And let's just see, where are you? Turn it on. Okay, so it's showing me here, but I'm just putting that over there. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm going to turn all this stuff off so I can just deal with this. So I've highlighted this. You see this? This is what I want to do. So the curve deformer, you clicked and dragged, and then you clicked at the wrist and dragged up. This one you don't. You just go to shoulder, you click once, then you go to where the elbow might be, you click twice, you go down to where the wrist is, somewhere in here, and it sets it up like that. Now, this little control, I don't remember the name of it, but it allows you to bring the control of this a little bit higher. So this is, you want to kind of be on the outside of these lines a little bit. That's pretty good. I will now turn on my transform tool. There we go. And now when I do this, you can see how it bends my arm. Look at that. So it's bending my arm, and I can grab the wrist and I can move it around like this. But see, I can make it longer or shorter. So you got to watch out. It does have that control, so just be careful. All right, so now it's set up, and you see it says deformation right arm. But see, it's attached itself to this arm. See, it's controlling the arm. So that's where you're going to be putting your keyframes on the arm up here, not the arm itself. You're not going to keyframe that. You're going to keyframe this other control, your deformation control right there. So now you notice that the hand is here. It's kind of indented. So what we're going to do is going to turn on that hand so we can see. And again, with the hand, I've went through and I've made all these other hands. And you can see it up here in the library, right? Again, I can't stress to you that enough. Do not do this. Like, don't, put this all together and it's not in color and then go to try to color it. Don't do that. Don't try to add something else to this because it won't work. It'll just be all broken and things will go wacky and it's not worth it. So get all your stuff together first, then rig them all together. Works fine. So here we're going to take that hand and we're going to put it in the middle between the deformation level and the right arm. Let it go. And now we're going to take that arm and we're going to pull it up and put it in the same position. And now we've got it there. And again, this is where we have, as you can see, this is So the hand is above the arm. That looks pretty good. So now if I actually move the arm, so if I make a keyframe over here, and I make a keyframe on 10, and I have my animate button turned on, so let's turn them on. Come on, turn on. Current frame. There he is. He's ready to animate, and we got the transform tool on, so now we have that keyframe right there. So now we can actually pull this up, and you can see when we go back, it goes to there. So we've created a animation. Look at that. It animated. Something that you just drew that was two drawings that have no movement whatsoever. You've now created this, put this bone deformation, bone deformer in there, and it allows you to actually move stuff. And this is how animation is done today. We're not doing the, drawing with a desk and with paper and pencil and all that. I love that stuff, but now it's done a different way. So here we go. He's doing that. And again, this is something where you can grab him, move him like this, and whatever you do, that's where he's going. So again, if we wanted to change the hand in through here, we go to our keyboard between the P key and there's like a straight line up and down and a diagonal line, and then in between that is the bracket keys, and you click on those and you can change. You have to go to hand, so you have to go to hand first, and then you click on those keys and see now it pops it there. So you can see if he pops to there, it looks like he's doing that. I mean, you can even do this, like you could have him in mid pop right here. You can pop him into that, and we see like that, and as we go up, the change is already there. So he's already up there like that. You're clicking in between the elbow and the wrist, and you get this kind of circular thing, and allows you now to actually bend it. And there's a way to fix this if the lines are looking weird or something. There's something else you can put on here to fix that control. We're not seeing any of that right now. Looking pretty good. So we'll do this. So he kind of goes up like that, and we'll have him come down in like 3 frames. Here we'll make another keyframe, and we'll just pop him like that. And maybe we'll change his hand too. Like we'll go back 1 frame, and we'll change that hand, something like this. So it's like, hey, right? And again, if you want to hold that hand longer, you just have to go to wherever it's changed and just use the bracket and find that same hand. And so the whole hand will now be like that until you change it. So right now we're just bending the elbow like that. But you can also bend the arm. So your arm could start off, See, this actually makes it move around, and I don't want to move it around, because then what happens is it does one of these things. See how it's moving around like that? So you can actually go into this one. Let me Control Z that. You can go in between the shoulder and the elbow, and now you see, now you got that moving like that. So he could start off here and go like that. Or you can just bring it in through here, have him go up like that, and maybe you can go up a little bit more like that. And then when he comes down somewhere in here, you can offset this. So you could have other things moving at other times. Yeah, it's possible. So now you got that. But there you go. That's a bone deformer. It's different than a curve deformer. It's a lot easier to deal with. So yeah, so you can use this on arms or legs. This is once you do have all these things up, you got your left arm and your left leg and right leg, and everything's on there, and you got a head, and you got facial features on the head. All this stuff turns into a big rig like this. So we'll go into that later. All right, so I just wanted to show you that for now. So that's bone deforming right there. And yeah, hope you enjoy that.